So welcome everyone. Beautiful night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So welcome to our Schuessler salts. Yes, it is quite interesting how we pronounce that. It is Schuessler, yeah. And it's Schuessler salts and interpretation of it, of the scan of Schuessler salts. Before we go into the physical scan, I invited our beautiful volunteer, Deb Mackay, to actually be a guinea pig, a puppy, a beautiful puppy or bunny, whatever you want to call it, to actually expose her heart emotionally today. And we're not going to analyze anything too deeply, yeah, but I do want to show you how you can use the scan and how you can start connecting the dots of everything that we've been learning so far, and how you can start combining the tools within, oh, I get goosebumps, combining the tools within Healy in order to actually support yourself on different levels, right? Because we've been talking about a lot about our energetic field. We've been talking about the connection the last time that I stretched your brain a bit more with Taurus field. I know that was a big one to take, but I promise you everything will make sense eventually. But we needed to understand how energy comes into the physical. So now that we are literally on the bridge, and this month is all about the emotion and the bridge, and emotions are the bridge between the energy and the physical. We are literally moving into the physical element of the matter. Yeah, so next year we're going to look at all the physical stuff. But today I wanted you to actually have a tool that you can use to support yourself and combine it with the energetic part, yeah, of the energetic field, and with the physical part. And the between is the bridge that is our emotions. So we're going to look at that with a simple scan, because there's a lot of scans you can do for emotions. Healy has Bach flowers, it has materia medica, homeopathic medical medicines in there, frequencies. And we can use so many, and we're going to look at those as well eventually in the new year. But I wanted you to have something that you can actually start using in a practical way, yeah, so you can start combining the tools together, because this is my happy place. Yeah, I'm not a guru by all means, yeah, but I love combining things together, because I truly believe there is no magic pill. And as more we combine different tools together, we support different parts of the body. And I've been telling this in the past already. And this is my favorite thing to do, is the same thing as we draw a painting, we combine different colors to actually create that magic. We do the same thing within our body, yeah, on a different level. So let me just admit all these people jumping in. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. Before we go, I'm just going to share so we have how do you call this, a frame of when people see the recording, what we are doing today. So this is what we are doing today. So we are looking at the Schuessler salts, and I also want to talk about about the salts a bit. Let me share something with you that I've actually created. Where is it? Here. Okay. Do you see this little pinky thingy that says Schuessler salts at the top and that said mineral deficiencies cause imbalances? Do you see this? Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay. Perfect. I've created something for you, and you can get this, not today because I need to put it into a form that I can send it to you. But don't get overwhelmed. This is just a guide for you so you can start exploring deeper. Yeah. So let's look at what Schuessler salts are. So you can actually go, and I want to share this with you as well. Let me see if I can actually show you this. Phone active on. Here you go. Okay. Do you see my phone? And beautiful Deb's photo on it? Yeah, perfect. So there's in the Healy, if you go into the basic trainings in our community, you will also find that you can actually go. So Schuessler salts, you will find it here under the purple, yeah, and you can go new resonance analysis, yeah, and you can actually go down. Don't mind mine. I have two of them because I had an old resonance and I upgraded and they're still in here. So I use the first ones. So if you go in here under the bottom, so you will see further info on the database. So if you click on that one, you will actually have the list of all the Schuessler salts in here, and it will tell you what the Schuessler salts are, just basically. Yeah, it says Schuessler salts contain mineral salts that are elementary for the body to function optimally. This database contains the relevant information patterns for Schuessler salts. Okay, not a lot, but let's look at it. So what are they? So if we are honest, we have certain things in our body. We call them organic matter and non-organic matter. And organic matter is what we have when we say protein, fats, and carbohydrates. Those are the things that actually are building blocks of our body, physical body. But our body actually needs to know how to put these bricks together, right? So we have bricks on bricks, but when we build a house, bricks don't go on a brick, right? They need something in between. So that in between is the inorganic matter, which is minerals and water. So minerals, we have minerals that, are forming outside of the cell, and there's minerals that actually go inside of the cell on a physical level. And those minerals that go inside of the cells are called salts. They're inorganic matter that our body actually needs to get from the outside, but what they are literally the mortar between the bricks. So if you're looking at, for example, water containing minerals are actually, when we are talking about energy and energy flows through the body, energy needs to be transferred somehow. So the pathway of transfer are minerals, because minerals have a charge, positive, negative charge, and they actually transfer information. They are pathway towards the cells. So the cells and the other building blocks like protein and carbohydrates and fat know what to do and where to go. So if your body is lacking minerals, we're going to look at why it's lacking minerals. There's different imbalances that actually happen in the physical body. For example, these are some of the minerals that are present and our body actually needs. And if we are lacking those minerals, there's certain imbalances that can happen in the physical body. So before we go into labels, yeah, this is just an information. Please don't take it as this is what I am, yeah? But I want to show you something that's a connection between the mineral and the emotion. So when we are looking at the body and the depletion of the mineral in the body, so if your body is under stress, some form of stress and a little form of stress, meaning it's good for the body, it moves you forward, yeah? But overwhelming stress can crucially deplete the minerals in your physical body. And if you don't have enough minerals, imagine that it's like you would be communicating in different languages. So your body doesn't communicate properly through the pathways. So energy doesn't flow properly. What does this mean? It means that electricity, which is emotion, energy in motion, yeah, which is electricity, moves through the body. And if there's no minerals, it's gonna stop and literally get stuck. So that stuck energy creates agitation, what we call, fatigue, or what we call depression, or what we call irritability, or lack of motivation, or we call anxiety, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there's many labels of things. But in essence, is when minerals are lacking, there's also emotional instability. So I'm not going to go specifically into things. You can get this later. You can read it through. It's a guide. Yeah. So you can actually start connecting the dots. Why I created this? Because Schuessler salts are actually giving you the information of the emotion, the agitation in the body, and they're also giving you the physical part of the system of the body that this energy is stuck in, or it needs support because you're already lacking in that mineral. So this is actually a physical scan. So Schuessler salts are actually practically used on a physical body in order to create balance on a cellular level. Yeah. And William Heinrich Schuessler, he was the first. He used homeopathy. He was a homeopathic doctor. He was a doctor. He actually was the first to actually form the word biochemistry. So he had a lot of knowledge, and these cells are still used, today, and they're actually good for supporting your body. So if one of the ladies come in today that has actually studied the cells, she probably can tell you more about the physical aspects of it. But today we are looking at the emotion and how we can connect that to the physical body. Okay, Deb, you ready? So we can scan you? Yeah? You just have to be present, and I will just scan you from here. I'm just going to connect the Healy. Let me just stop this and get my phone in here so everybody can see what we are doing. Sorry, my phone just locked. Okay, so I've noticed today when Deb actually told me that she didn't know certain things when I've asked her. So I actually want to share something with you that probably it's something that's natural to me, but majority of you don't actually know. So energy and vibration. So every frequency in Healy, every frequency in Healy can be played as a sound. Some sounds, if you remember a few trainings back when I was telling you about the emotion, and there was frequency range and there was this color range of, the chakras and what colors we see, but there's also other frequency outside our visible range that actually we can't see. Some of them we can hear, but majority we can't hear. But in essence, every frequency is a sound as well as just a frequency. So it goes together. So when we're looking at scanning someone and using the blue Heal Advisor Analysis app, the blue wave app, we have this option, I'm going to show you in profile, to actually record the vibration. This was the recording of the vibration, So we normally do that physically in the right hand, scanning the frequency of the physical body. But we exist beyond the physical body. So Healy works on a quantum field, meaning we can actually, with intention, scan someone else on the other side of the world. But in order to actually, the way that I see quantum field, and I've said that many times, is the quantum field is this large ocean. So we are this drop in the ocean. And in order for Healy to find that drop in the ocean, it needs to have more details. So it can actually find, it's like a tracker. So it can actually find you in that big ocean. So the more information you have in the app, the more accurate or the easier Healy will find you and scan your energetic field. So in order to do that, if somebody is not close to you, there's a few things you can do. So one is you can actually just use your intention and focus on them specifically, but that means it will literally demand from you full focus attention on them. No thoughts of you. If you actually are using, the other option is for you to use their voice. So when they are actually dropping into their heart and talking about themselves and something that inspires them and something that brings them joy, the frequency in the voice vibration is the core frequency of your essence. Because when we are in a state of joy and in a state of alignment, this is who we are. So we are more than just this frequency right now, what we are processing. So the more you tap into your true core essence, the easier it's going to be to find you in this vast ocean. So just something, because it didn't come to mind, that probably a majority of you don't know. So just an add-on to that. Okay, so let's scan this. So I've already pre-filled in the details from Deb, so we don't have actually take the time to actually do that. If you don't know how to put these in, please go to the basic trainings that we have, and they will teach you how to do that. So today we are actually going to do Schuessler salts for her. So we are actually going to go into resonance. So I can go into lists, or I can just go directly into resonance to find my Schuessler salts, and I'll choose the Schuessler salts. I will connect the Healy, and while I'm scanning, sorry, try again. I will ask Deb to actually take a deep breath and focus on her heart and really drop into her body as much as she can, just focusing on the breath. That's it. Yeah. And I will focus on her while I'm doing the scan. So no thoughts of me. I will focus on her, her voice, her energy. Yeah. The feeling of her. Deb, you ready? Yeah. Take a deep breath. Drop into the body. Let's scan. Okay. So the Schuessler salts that are in here, so there's 12 basic salts, and then we have additional salts. So altogether, we have 27 salts. So the guide that I prepared, it's only for the basic 12 salts. Because when I've done the research, it's really hard to find the connections for the rest of them. I'm trying to do more research to actually get more information to expand the guide. And we currently don't actually have any video yet. We are waiting for Healy to actually release the training video of how they actually thought of doing this. Yeah. And this, whatever I'm sharing, is by no means 100%. Yeah, because we're all learning here. And when Healy releases their view of that, they'll be tweaking that we'll be probably doing and looking at it from a different point of view. But this is how I'm using it, and this is how I'm looking at things. Okay, so there'll be, I think, the 6 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. So it comes up, as you see, it comes up with present state. At the top, it tells you what salt. Yeah, so you can see, and you can see there's a D6 next to it. So this is like we had with chakras, right? We had the naturopathic potencies. So D is what we would say it's in the physical body. Yeah, so because these are physical salts, it is in the physical body. That's why this number and letter next to it. So it tells you what sodium chloride, and it says in the field of tension between preservation and renewal. So this is the state of emotion, the feeling in the body. Yeah. It also says, so I'm going to read it out loud. So then we're going to start combining things so you can understand it better. Yeah. It says, desire say description says creating balance, supporting the ability to integrate loyalty to principles and innovations to shape the future, promoting gentleness, vibrating the information of sodium chloride into the information field of fluid balance, metabolism, and skin. Yeah. So what I would say here, and Deb, you tell me if this is something that would resonate. I would say that the top one tells you what is actually the contraction. Yeah. And the desired state tells you currently in this situation is what is the opposite. So what do we need to do in order to bring it back to balance? So the field of tension between preservation and renewal. So I would say, in my view, that the body is quite depleted. yeah, and that you might have been pushing it too much, yeah. So meaning that either you want something from the head too much, pushing it outwards instead of really checking in and sitting in the body. And I would say the balance is creating balance, but what kind of balance? And it's saying supporting the ability to integrate loyalty to principles and innovation. So what are your principles? What are your values? So what are you loyal to instead of looking outwards, looking inwards? So what are your foundations? Yeah, because when we are actually out of our authenticity, doing things that are not aligned with ourselves, we are actually draining, we're stressing our body, we're draining our energy, we're actually depleting our minerals. Yeah. And what is creating out of you? This is what I would go. Yeah. So what are the creation coming out of you instead of out of your head, out of your body? Yeah. Because the head is normally what drives us. It's the body actually that creates. And the physical part of the body that's actually currently challenged is fluid balance. So that could be circulation, metabolism, and skin. Do you have any issues with skin or metabolism?
Yeah.
You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yep. I can't even say the word, but you could probably see I've got can't say that word. Rosacea. Is that how you
Yeah,
say it?
rosacea.
At the moment, I am on fire because I've got
Okay.
menopause. Like I've gone through the other side, so circulation is a real issue. So is metabolism since I've crossed over. So I would definitely say that those are correct.
Okay. Do you feel you're pushing yourself too much and not actually taking care of yourself?
Oh, totally. I'm a perfumer and I've been doing a lot of markets like back to back. This is my busiest time. So I'm definitely burning the candle at both ends a little bit too much. And
Okay.
probably, like you said, I'm in conflict. I'm wanting to spend more time. I've got a 5-year-old starting school next year, and I really feel like I want to spend that time. That's more what I would prefer to do. So I'm kind of in two minds. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing something
Yeah.
that's not.
You're completely in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preservation of literally preserving. This is survival mode. Yeah. Or renewal. So you want to regenerate yourself because you know your body's calling you, but your mind is telling you something else, right? So that's
Yeah.
an inner conflict. So from here, yeah, we could
Yeah.
go into the guide that I've prepared, and I'll show you later when we go through it. But there's a specific, so for every salt of the 12 salts, yeah, don't mind, it's not perfect, but you will see that there's areas, symptoms, and then you also have what part of the body is detoxifying. You also will have the meridian in there. So you could actually use that information, go into the Healy search model, so the Healy advice search model, and actually write those things in to support yourself. So you could write metabolism, you could write skin, and you could find programs. Yeah. So if I go into the Healy search model and I would go in and say, sorry, it's syncing and downloading. So I would go into search. I have my professional. So whatever version you have, pop those in. So whatever programs, it will give you some options. So I could say, and I would choose the top one, harmony metabolism, that comes up. Yeah. And I would get all these programs. See how it actually gives you kidneys in here and liver, which is detoxification. Yeah. And anything with skin here. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all kidney, liver. Yeah.
Mm.
So, which is a connection to your body. So you will actually tell you programs. You don't have to know this knowledge yet. We're going to have that knowledge next year. Yeah. But just so you can start with something, so you can start supporting yourself, you could go back in here. You can say vibrate all of these. Yeah. And vibrate maybe for, I don't know, 6 to 27 minutes, for example. Yeah. Because it is more on a emotional, physical level. So don't overdo it. Start smaller. Yeah. And then you can go, okay, I will work on the top one because it's 67%. It's still okay. So it's It's not too much. It's not like 80, 90%. Yeah. But it is coming to the surface in your body. So meaning that your body is calling for it to support you. Yeah. You need to support it somehow. Otherwise it's going to go over. Yeah. That means that your immune system can lower. That means that you can actually be overwhelmed. You can actually have, stress responses, meaning that, eventually your body will need to have rest. Yeah. So have in mind that while you are still moving and doing the Christmas markets now, which is the reality, you can support yourself. Yeah, you can support your immune system, you can support your metabolism, you can support your kidneys, livers, and things like that on top, so you can actually have a plan. You can use this scan and vibrate for 4 weeks, and you can work on the top one, yeah. Or if you look at the top two and similar programs come up, you can actually just choose the one that resonates better with you in the Healy Advisor search module, and you can actually create a schedule. And you can use all of these programs and run them daily, once or twice a day. Yeah. So that's something you can do on a physical level. And this scan here will support you emotionally. So we'll start moving the energy in the field, where the other programs are in the pink cap will start supporting your body physically. So you have the two combinations, right? Because we want, as I said, emotions are a bridge. So we need to work now with the emotional part, which is the electricity and energy. And we need to work on a physical to move the energy out of the body. So this is where the two meets, right? So we're not just going woo woo and something that's not tangible. Now we kind of need to implement that. Oh, somebody's drawing on my thingy. Okay, so let's go moving forward. Second one that comes up is 56, so it's on the border. So anything over, who is drawing this? Ajit, stop drawing this. How can I eliminate that? Let me just see if I can actually.
They have to. I think they
Sorry?
have to. I think they have to.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Now this is going to be a really interesting drawing. So, okay. So the second one is lack of joy and ease. And the desired state is equanimity. Yeah. I don't know exactly what that in English means, but I would say that it's balanced. Yeah. Balance in the emotional state. We can check what that is. But if somebody knows more than me, please do. English is my second language. Supporting the ability to set oneself apart from others and to accept difficult circumstances, promoting behaviors that have strengthening effect on the overall energy, vibrating the information of manganum sulfate into the information field of nerves, bones, joints, and metabolism. Yeah. So does this resonate?
Yes, especially on the physical,
Yes.
but also on the emotional too.
Okay. So are you feeling joy in your body, like groundless joy in your body? Or do you feel like things are heavy? Okay.
I feel like everything's seized up.
Okay. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. So emotions, there's no bad or good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joint system. Yeah.
Yes. So joints, nerves, bone. Nervous system is what charges our energetic field. Yeah. And the nervous system is charged by the blood and the meridians, and the blood and the meridians are charged by the minerals. So it connects all together, right? So if we are stressed, we are depleting ourselves on a physical level, but we're also depleting our energy. So if we're depleting our energy, we are tired, and we are tired, we can't feel joy. Yeah. So finding ways to renew your body and support yourself, even if it means taking small steps to actually take some pause and breathe in between, like little mini moments, yeah, of finding something that inspires you and something that actually fills up your heart with joy, something that feels warm, yeah, whatever that is, even if it's the smallest thing, even if it's watching something funny, yeah, something that you could actually do, something practical, Yeah, you don't have to just go travel and do all the joyous things, right? Joy can be found in small moments, right? Even if it's hugging someone or even yourself. Yeah. So something that actually fills your cup up. Yeah, because
Yeah.
otherwise your body will, nervous system isn't here. Yeah, and bones and joints come, especially pain comes when your body is lower on the minerals. Yeah.
Mm.
So this will actually vibrate the frequency of these minerals into your body. Does that mean that your body will, magically have those minerals just by frequency? No, frequency is information, right? So when you actually eat the foods, you will absorb them more. So it actually gives you more bioavailability in the body. Yeah. Okay. So meaning finding balance, supporting again bone, joints, metabolism. So you can actually again go into to the Healy Search app and find that. And the third one, fear of the future and existential fears. So these can be quite deep. Yeah. So don't think that this is like,
I actually
oh my
find
God.
this, no, this one I think would be quite high actually, just because of what I'm studying, and it's brought me to understanding a bit about, you have certain trauma, not just, generational, whatever type of trauma.
Of course.
So this fear of future, so to speak, just to give context, is my father died when I was 6. I was sitting on his lap. So I've always, with children, always had a fear that I've got to just get through their childhood, or that fear of death, of passing whilst they're at that age. So this to me, and just of late, especially, I've been working around that. So when I saw it there, it's not a surprise, but I would imagine it was going to be higher. But maybe because
That's okay.
I understand it's there, that it's not impacting me on a, do you know what I mean? It's being dealt, like, you recognize it and process it.
Yeah. You're working with it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's in your conscious mind, you're working with it, you're processing with it, right? So just imagine maybe today it's 55%, but it might come up in a month, or, depending on how much. It's like, when we're looking and working with emotion, it's like opening up a Pandora's box, right?
Yeah.
So first it comes up something small, and then all of a sudden it's like a volcano, and then it subsides again, and again it's volcano, right? So it depends on how you go with waves, because it's energy, so it's moving out of your body. The more you release out of the body, the more it comes up onto the surface. And existential fears, the desire set, it literally giving you support. It says support, but this is the balance, right? It's supporting, and it's supporting, promoting confidence in the future, and it's in one's own existence. So meaning that you can exist in the future. You don't have to fear, and fear of existence also can come from not only like seeing ourselves only in the physical body, not as something more, right? That can, I'm not saying that you do, it's just sometimes our ego mind can perceive things completely differently than our physical body. So, and sometimes we have this emotion stuck in the body, and we used to have this belief in the past, but now it's coming up. Yeah. So anything that's come up is not negative or positive. It just is. It's there in the moment. Yeah. And you actually helping to establish the connection between the inner and outer world. So who are you as in your essence, in energy, and what is the world outside for you? So you have the connection. So you're not, disconnected from it, that you are part of it and you exist because of it, and vice versa. Right. Vibrating information, the culture investment into information field, bones and teeth. Do you have any jaw issues or
No,
like teeth?
I actually have teeth issue. I've had a broken tooth forever, and
Okay.
I also, like, I think I'm vitamin D deficient a little bit. Spend too much time indoors, so I personally am not surprised. Yeah, I've always had teeth problems, had braces and everything, but Yeah.
So teeth are also connected directly to your organs. There's meridians ending in the teeth
Oh,
as well. So there's a chart, I can actually post it in the
yeah.
group if you want to. So there's a
Yeah.
chart of the teeth directly connected to organs and meridians, and you can actually look at what connections are there. So you can
Okay.
actually go and look at what meridian, and then you can look at the emotion behind it. Yeah. So our teeth are actually really important. So if there's an infection in your teeth, yeah, or if the tooth is
Yeah.
broken,
No, no.
there's no, that's okay. Even if it's an infection or if the tooth is broken, there's either a blockage in your meridian or in your flow of energy, or there's stuck energy. There's something that's actually preventing the energy to flow. That's why you don't actually get minerals into your teeth. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So next one, we have two. Torn inside and without drive. Direction and guidance. So giving you support of where to go to transform this. Yeah. Supporting the ability to establish social contacts, to follow inner impulses, and to develop one's self-esteem. Promoting building of trust in going one's own way and developing positive morals. Vibrating this salt into the information field of skin, mucous membranes, and heart. So mucous membranes can also be your immune system, yeah. So your toxins. Your heart can also be joy, which was connected before, as well as we can hold grief in our heart, sadness in our heart, yeah, heavy feelings. Um, those can actually feel like really heavy in the body. We might not be in the head, yeah, it might be in the body. You might not recognize it. But at the same time, it's actually giving you, if it's really deep in the body, it is 52, so it's not really high, but it could not be in your conscious mind and not present, but kind of influencing your physical body on the levels of skin, mucous membranes, and heart. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that it's really huge. It just means that it's present somewhere in the body. Yeah. That doesn't mean that, that this is translation from German, so take it with the grain
Yeah,
of salt, right?
I think
So
that's
this
the
is not.
hardest thing. I think that's the hardest thing sometimes reading this is trying to actually understand it from, yeah, a different,
Yeah.
like,
Do you feel like this would, in a basic form, I would say torn inside is what you said before. You have an inner conflict, yeah, which we discussed in the first one, right? Without drive could also mean that you're tired and you can't, like, you're pushing with your head, but your body's kind of tired. Yeah, that doesn't mean that you're in doomsday, right? Because that
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
sometimes sounds like that when you read that.
Yeah, I think there is an element of like something did come up when I read this, but it depends in the context that it's meant. I could be
Of course.
reading it in a different way, but like for me, it's personally more like torn inside conflict with maybe a situation and experience and how something was handled, and then having a moral, I've got a moral compass on how that is, and being, I feel
Okay.
like I'm more torn inside as to what to do with that.
Do you tend to listen to your intuition?
Oh yeah, totally, kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's just more the impacts. Like, sometimes I'm very easy to follow what I find my true self, but sometimes that can impact other family members by that choice, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's hard to actually live authentically and understand that that will have an impact on others,
And
right?
sometimes we
And
don't
we don't,
compromise.
yeah, and we don't want to hurt people, right? But what I always say is when we start working with emotions, think of it this way. In energy, you can't actually hurt anyone. If that person already has that emotion, that frequency within them, they will be triggered because of a mirror. It's
Mm,
not because we do something to someone, it's
mm,
because we are a mirror to someone and they are a mirror to us, right? Emotions are present already. We are
mm,
just a tool in the environment to bring them out. And that happens for us as well. So when we start looking at the world as the world is happening for us and through us instead of, to us, means that we're getting out of the victim mode, which helps us. And that's a normal thing of processing and going through the victim mentality when we are working with emotions, because these are all stuck energies and contracted in the body. So it is normal to feel all of these things of how am I influencing others, right? But the more we are true to ourselves and the more we listen to ourselves and actually act on those feelings and intuition, the more we're actually influencing and rippling effect around us that actually is changing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, you could use that mucous membranes here. I would say immune system here, yeah, and you could also do heart chakra, for example, to support your body here. And then the last one is impatience and violent temper. This is really harsh sometimes.
I'm
Sometimes
surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why not violent temper? I kind of like, overreact at times, because I'm just, trying to juggle too many things. So then sometimes if my cup's full, I just don't have the ability to,
be patient.
I'm
And that's
definitely,
okay.
I'll admit I'm an impatient person.
That's okay. And anger is a healthy emotion. I think a lot of people are afraid of anger. Yeah, because anger is actually an active emotion. It needs action. Yeah. And that's why we react. And it's really important to understand why anger is present. And normally, if anger comes from frustration and impatience, there's a need behind it that's not met. So, what is that need that needs to be met? We need to look at that need. Yeah. And the balance of it is actually giving you the solution. It's peace. Yeah. And it's peace, promoting the ability to empathize with the point of view of others. And that also starts with yourself, right? Empathy towards yourself and acceptance of the situations we are in, which is hard sometimes. And I completely agree. I have challenge as well. So I can be honest, you're not alone in this. Of others, and to offer appropriate assistance when needed. Yeah, so taking care of you so you keep your energy within yourself before you give it to others, because when you give to others and nothing stays with yourself, you get frustrated faster. Yeah, and you get impatient faster. So taking care of your inner peace is important. Strengthening confidence and hope, supporting the ability to overcome emotional challenges and to develop oneself. Vibrating information into the field of excretion and skin. Anger influences your detoxification systems, yeah, because anger is connected to the liver, and liver is the organ that actually moves the blood through the body, yeah. So when we are actually angry, the contraction happens in the liver. So if the liver contracts, then there is less blood through the body. That also means that it will impair the digestion, the stomach, all the detoxification organs along the way. Yeah, that means that your body will not excrete toxins as much as it would like to. Yeah, but peace is also comes with boundaries. Yeah, so this is really an important thing as well. Setting clear and open and strong boundaries for yourself. Okay, so I will vibrate this for a minute 20 for you. And you can do, as we talked about, chronic minute 20 3 times a day, or you can also do 38 seconds, sorry, for 8 times a day if you would like to. Otherwise, follow your intuition. I wouldn't go over 27 minutes here. Yeah. I would probably aim between 6 and 12, or 1 minute 20 4 times a day. Yeah, that would be my choice, but you need to listen to your body. Yeah, what works for you. So I'll vibrate this right now for you, and I will show you something in between, and then we go to questions. How did that feel for you, Deb?
Oh, that was good. Like I said, I haven't done a remote scan before, so I actually, like, for me, just learning to do the voice recording. I think yeah, that makes a lot of sense what you actually said. So I've learned. I actually have looked at the Schuessler salts. I'm very into more the emotional. Like, I love the bark flowers. That's generally I always go to. So I really wanted to learn more about this. So yeah, it's really opened it up.
We're going to look at the buff flowers next year as well. So there's plenty of options for that. But I don't want to overwhelm you too much with things at once. So we can.
The liver is, like, seriously the number one thing that I know that I am struggling with. So that isn't a surprise that it kind of all, and even the anger, I didn't know that that was kind of tied, but it makes a lot of sense.
May I offer a reframe on that one? So what I would offer is, I would actually offer you to maybe reframe the words and say, my liver is struggling because it's been holding on to things for a long time.
Oh, yeah,
so meaning,
yeah. I don't think that is the cause, but I know that, you know, how you got to do prevention, like, you know, when we're with our emotions, I can see that's the area that I need to look after. Like, do you know what I mean? There's for other reasons that my liver, I definitely know is definitely.
Well, it's the second largest organ in the body, so that's an important thing to have. Okay,
it's just
so let me. Sorry.
It's just susceptibility, you know, like just nurturing the body, and that connection of our emotion and our physical. Yeah.
And that's what we're doing, right? Healy is here to support us. We need to start using it, and we have an option to use it in order to support our body, because our body responds to frequency as its natural state of being. And when we start using them and combining things, we can actually do a lot of work, on that. So you could also use the balance state of the Schuessler salts, right? The top part that says support or balance or peace, right? You can actually create a statement out of that, and you can either say, okay, pop it into the coaching program, and I'm going to work on that to see how to reverse or transform the blockage. Or I can scan my aura, and I can say, okay, so I can see there's a liver, there's organs coming up, metabolism or liver, or there's something coming up, and I go, okay, let me scan my aura chakras to see what chakras are actually low, so I can understand if the solar plexus come low, and then I can see what colors are, and then I can go deeper into that. Of course, liver is in the solar plexus area, so that means there'll be a connection in the energy in there as well. So you can start combining the tools and start vibrating things into the body to help and support the energy to move through the body and start actually regenerating and supporting your body on all levels, meaning not only through the blue app, but also supporting now with the pink app to actually start recharging your cells in order for them to actually start duplicating properly. So I've created this for you. By all means, it's not perfect, it's not complete, but it gives you a starting point to work with. So if I look at, for example, let me see if there's any of the here that came up that are up to 12. Number 8, sodium chloride, for example. So we have sodium, you can look for it, sodium chloride, It will give you body parts that it influences, cartilage, mucus cells, glands. It will give you function of what is this in the body, So I found this online a few months ago, and I started combining it for myself. And I use it to actually then go into the programs and start supporting that part of the body. It means that it's water distributed, aids nutrition, and glandular activity. So it gives you what it actually does. This salt, the Schuessler salts, what it does in the body. And then it gives you symptoms. So for example, if you're low on sodium chloride, what are the symptoms in the physical body. So you can start looking at certain things and combining it with the scans that you have. Yeah. Then I also added where you can find this mineral in food. So you can start adding, for example, this food into your diet. So while vibrating the Healy, the Schuessler salts, meaning you will have more bioavailability, so you can start absorbing this mineral better. Yeah. And then it also gives you a meridian. So it's a bladder meridian, meaning detoxification. So all the toxins going out. And you can actually use the bladder meridian program in the Pink app to support your body. Then also what it detoxifies, and it detoxifies legs. I would connect this with also strength, yeah, in your body. Also grounding. Legs are your grounding portal. Yeah. So are you grounded? Are you discharging the energy, for example? Yeah. This is what I would be thinking of. And also it's connected to the astrological sign of Aquarius. Hello. You are Aquarius, right? So this means, and I look at this as you are the sun of your star sign is Aquarius, but this not only means that this you might be more susceptible to be lacking this mineral, your body needs it more, but I also look at it as when we are in the season of Aquarius, yeah, this might also means that a lot of other people might be needing that mineral more, because when I'm looking at the energy of the planets and the star system around us, which is all frequency, certain planets or certain energies are using a specific frequency or specific energy that's related to specific minerals. So just observing, this is not a science for me, this is my experience. Just observing your body. How does it feel? What's the feedback? What does it need? Looking at the seasons where you are, looking at how it responds. Yeah. And you have this for every 12 salts. So you can actually go and look at all the meridians. I'll pop that when it's ready. You can get it in the group. So you can actually use that for yourself and download it. Yeah. So you can actually start using that deeper into with the scans. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Now, questions. Oh, holy moly. Let me stop sharing. Oh, we have an hour. Okay, so let me stop sharing and go into the questions so we can see what we have. Holy moly. Um, NaCO3, Aditya. I have no idea if NaCO3 is also Schuessler salts. I think that will be a question for someone that actually has studied this more. So I'm sorry, I can't give you that answer. But if somebody is here that actually knows, please do respond. I can't stand. Yes, you can do that as well. So you can actually buy yourself a book if you want to have homeopathic remedies and really go studying there. That is my current situation. I'm literally bought myself a book to actually study materia medica, so I can actually go into the scans deeper for myself. Mine doesn't have the present state information. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that, Lorraine. It should have present state information and it should have desired state. So that's the basis of the scan. So if you don't have that, my question first would be, what app are you using? So if you are using the Blue Wave app, which looks like this. I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, you can't. Let me share the screen. Here. So it looks like this. These are the pink wave and the blue wave. So this is how it should look like. Yeah. So these are the apps. If not, if you're using the old one, then that's different. Equanimity is a calm state of mind and attitude. Yeah, balance, balance and inner balance, which is beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Aditya, for this. It's a state of psychological stability and composure that's not affected by emotions, pain, or other things that might cause others to lose their balance. Beautiful. So that means strong energetic field to me, stronger physical body, meaning that you're not as affected by the outside world. My last teeth were aching in my head. Your head? Really? Your head? What do you mean your head? How many times a day do we vibrate blue apps, Schuessler salts? Your choice, how many times you vibrate. So as I said, you can do chronic approach, which is 1 minute and 24 times a day, or you can do 38 seconds, 8 times a day. Or you can listen to intuition, but please don't go over 27 minutes because it is emotions. So emotional energy is still faster energy than physical energy. Schuessler salts are working on a physical energy, so I wouldn't go to more than 27 minutes. Yeah. And after getting analysis, whatever organs is mentioned, we have to use the pink app. You don't have to, but if you want to support your body on a different level, you can actually use a pink app program to support your physical systems. Yeah. But do we do this analysis daily or with what exactly? Okay, so there's different approaches. Some people do it daily. I prefer to actually focus the energy. So, for example, if I'm working on something, then I would do it for 4 weeks. So I would do one scan. I would work on a top two entries that come up. I would look at the physical organs and systems that it's bringing it up. I would choose the progress in the Heal Advisor search app, and I would actually pop them into the schedule, and I would run them daily, 1 or 2 programs a day. You're happy with 3, go with 3, but you can use that in a Healy search model. You can actually adjust how many programs a day, and it will remind you, and it will actually give you all the programs from the list, and you can run them for 4 weeks daily. Yeah. So then after 4 weeks, I would do another scan to see what changed. So you can actually focus direction of energy to actually start transforming certain things in the body. That's how I would do it. You can do it every day. You can do whatever feels right for you. Yeah, there is no rule in this. You need to listen to your body and start listening to your body. I would really encourage you. I'm confused. Well, confusion comes from relying on others a lot. So I would really, 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 really love to encourage you and to start listening to your body. What does your body say? Not your head. So when you actually take a breath and go, okay, what does my body need? Start asking questions, and sometimes you're not going to get answers, but trust your intuition. So you can go and start with what I recommended and then check with yourself. Always check with yourself, because what I'm sharing is from my experiences. Your body is different. So you need to really start trusting your body, because otherwise you're going to be confused all the time if you're not listening to your gut, yeah, to yourself. Please keep on screen so we can take screenshot. Which one do you mean, Rupal? Which screenshots do you need? In your group. I have 2 questions. Minerals. If I understand well, I need to deliver minerals from outside, but I am a little confused what Healy is doing. Okay. If someone have Healy, is that person can record frequency and send it to me somehow? Of course. So first of all, as I've been talking about, right? So we have the energetic part of us, we have the emotional part of us and thought, yeah? And then we have the physical part of us. Of course, the body still needs the minerals, right? Because we still live on a physical plane, like this is physical matter, yeah? Our body needs regeneration. What Healy does is actually, it sends the information to the body, which is natural way of communicating, yeah, for our body. And it actually says, hi body, yeah, I see you're low on this mineral. I'm sending you a message to actually open up your doors, and next time you eat something, you're going to absorb things better. So you're going to actually fill up your baskets that are empty. Yeah. So this is what Healy does. So we also need to understand, if cells are depleted in minerals, minerals are what is carrying the information for the building blocks, like I said at the beginning. So if there is not enough minerals, the inorganic minerals, so the salts, yeah, in the body, the other minerals and the proteins and the carbohydrates will be just sitting there. It's like there's no traffic light, so there's no one to direct them anywhere. So they don't actually know what to do in the body because there's lack of communication. That's what it is. But Healy is providing communication, is actually reestablishing the connections and the communication channels for the body in order to start moving things around and start rebuilding. Hopefully that's simple enough to explain. Yes, Healy can be done from anywhere because it works on a quantum field. It has a quantum sensor, so you can actually scan someone from anywhere and you can send them vibrations from anywhere. The group, I'll post the link at the end so you can actually join. Amazing, very beautiful. How do we decide whether we need to vibrate Bach flowers or Schuessler salts? Your choice. It's just a choice, right? So again, coming back to yourself is really important. Try it out. See what happens when you vibrate. See how your body responds. See what information comes up with one scan and the other. See what resonates. If something comes up in a way of, does it click? Does it feel something funny in the body? Do I get tingles? Do I get like heavy feelings in the body, right? So those are all signs of the body. And we're going to look at mind-body connection education in the future. But just so you understand, your body is sharing with you. It's giving you messages. So the more you start checking in with yourself when you're doing a scan, because something's going to happen, maybe not today, but maybe in a week. So look at things every day, be an observer. Yeah, watch what's happening around you, watch what's happening within you. This is interesting. I haven't scanned longer than a small amount or frequently in the blue scan, so this is something I'm going to focus on. Beautiful, Debbie. Deb, you try whatever feels right for you. Let me know how you feel afterwards. Like, what changes, what feels better for the body, which is really something that I think we should have the discussion in the group, like this learning from each other. So you can actually start learning how people are feeling and what reactions do they have and responses to certain things. How does one schedule a program? Okay, here. This is how you schedule it. So you go into the Heal Advisor. Let me share this so you can see. Where do I have this? Oh, you can see my phone, right? You can see my phone? Yeah, perfect. So in the Heal Advisor app, which is this app, this one above. So this one. I don't know if you can. No, you can't see it. So this one, I've clicked this one. It's the white next to the white square with like the blue and the pink. Yeah. So you can go into the Healy Advisor app and then you go to search and you can search whatever you want. We had metabolism, but you can go stress and you go distress, activate. What does come up? No, I don't know. Let's say skin. And it's coming up for skin. So it gives you a list of programs for skin. Yeah. And then you literally just click you see how it says add search result to IMF schedule. It says pink at the top. Yeah. So you click here and you go create IMF schedule. It actually creates a schedule and it's going to show you a calendar. Yeah. And then you have options for once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. So right now I have morning and lunch. So I can actually adjust that and I go change application times and I can go, okay, I want to have these days and I want to have morning and evening. And I don't want to have lunch. So literally just click on the dots. Yeah. And then you go update IMF schedule and then you go continue and it's going to update that. So it's going to actually give you all the programs scheduled and it's actually going to remind you in the phone to actually run that program. And what you can do, the best thing I love about this is literally clicking on this and you can just say start program and it will open up a pink app automatically with that program. And you can just, I have to now connect it. And it will literally just, it's probably because I have the blue app. I should have disconnect. No, here we go. So it will connect with the Healy and you can just run that program directly from the search module. Yeah. Skin impurity systematic. Here you go. And you can just go start. That's it. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Nothing else. Really simple. Yeah. Okay. Can I use 2 or 3 types of analysis in the Blue app? Of course. It depends. I run 5. Yeah, but that's me. So have in mind that the more you vibrate, the more information, the more things that are suppressed will come up. So if you vibrate 5 different lists per day or 3 different lists per day, just have in mind that there might be things happening in your life more often. Yeah, so be an observer. So see what's happening and check in with the list and what emotions are in there and what organs are coming up and things that are happening in the body. But of course, you can, because it's a resonance. So this is not like Pink App that's IMF current, which we can't do more than 3 programs because it is electricity into your body and it goes through the heart. Resonance goes into your field. So that's not a problem. If you can take it, if your energetic field can take it, and if your energetic field is strong enough to actually process it, you're more than welcome to. If you're not, and if you're not sure, try it and see what happens, right? Thanks so much for the scan and for helping me understand not only about salts, but how to better utilize the healing, feel confident. You're more than welcome, Debbie. I really, really appreciate you being a volunteer. And I loved gifting this to people so you can start understanding things. I can do them on myself all the time, but I know myself quite well. I'd rather gift it to someone that actually needs to understand it better. Yeah? And you're more than welcome. The one you were sharing about salts. You mean the PDF, like the table that I've shared? I can actually ask the Healy corporate to actually send it through email if you want to. Currently, I'm running program after doing all my Healy F program analysis and also Blue app. I'm running Bach and Schuessler. Beautiful. How long does it take for us to know if it's really helping me? I love those questions. If it's really helping me, it's like I would use analogy of a black bamboo, right? So black bamboo seed is planted and you need to water it for 5 years before it actually starts growing. Yeah. And then when it starts growing and it sprouts out, it will grow up to 20 meters in about a month. Yeah. So really helping me is a question that you need to define for yourself, right? What is success for yourself? What are the measurements that you want to see? But if your body is so depleted, for example, on the physical level, I had endometriosis and my body was completely depleted. And if my perception of something, to heal was I don't want the pain anymore and I want to be healed in 3 months, yeah, while I was depleting my body for 15 years, that's not realistic. Yeah. So we need to understand that if you've been depleting your body for 10 years, it's going to take probably twice as long. I'm not saying it's going to, but sometimes you can shift it faster, but it's not going to be in a month. Yeah. So you need to really have realistic expectations. And the more and why are you doing this? My question is, why are you actually doing this? Is it because you just want proof or you actually want to work on yourself? Are you wanting to change yourself and your lifestyle and who you are and doing it bit by bit and bit by bit and actually transforming things and doing whatever it takes to actually move things out and move things around and transform it? Or are you doing it just because you want to get to the goal? Because in life, the way I see things, everything is a journey. So we are actually needing experiences on the journey to transform our mindset, to transform our emotions, to transform our physical body. And it's easier to go magic wand and I'm there, but the journey is what's important. Yeah. So you will see the differences in a way of how you respond, how you react, how you how you start thinking about life, how you start thinking about people, how you have your relationships with yourself and others. There's so many different things that you can say it's working or it's not working. And normally the mental things and emotional things will be the first one you will notice the change in, because they're energy, the higher vibration. And then the physical follows later because it's a denser energy and it's slower to move. So don't have too high expectations just for the physical. Work on your entire self. Don't look at yourself, just limit yourself on a physical. Look at yourself as a holistic being. Okay. Ethically, should you ask permission to do absent healing on someone? Always. Always. Yeah. So anything, be it Healy, be it energetic healing, anything you do with energy, always permission. Please do not do healings without permission. Yeah, because that is invading energetic space. Yeah, and it's a no rule. Yeah. Always ask permission. Permission can be different. Yeah, so permission can, if you have a loved one and you are connected with them through heart, you can ask permission through the energy if you are in tuned. Yeah, but otherwise, I would send a message and always ask. Yes, so the PDF that I've showed before, the pink one, with the like a table, that will be available. I'll ask our beautiful corporate to actually send this out through your email with the recordings at the end of the month. So you can get that. Otherwise, you can get it into our Facebook group as well. So I'll share the link at the end so you can join there. If not, it should go through the email. I'll ask our beautiful team to do that. Okay, Aditya, I will, as soon as I go through, and then we can talk to you. Thank you very much. You're welcome. How to remove everything in the old schedule in the advisor app and make a new. So you just find a new list of programs in the Healy search, and to create a new schedule, you just find a new list of programs and you add them in again. So in that will rewrite everything that you had before. Yeah, correct, Megan. Thank you. Yes, also how to do re-access all the recordings of the session. Debbie, the recordings are in the Facebook group. I'll post a link, and there's all recordings in the guide section of the Facebook group. So you have all the previous ones if you want to watch those. Okay, I'll post the link. Otherwise, I'll share the links of the group with you, and then I'll tag you in one of the posts and you can see. Otherwise, everybody that's in my group, the Freedom with Frequency Quantum community, there is a post at the top in the featured posts. It actually shows you with a video how to find guides and how to find recordings and how to find the links. Yeah, so you can find that as well. Please look at that. There's also rules in there. When we analyze aura and chakra, the results are completely different. Which one should we use as a guide to run in the PCAP? What do you mean different? There'll be different patterns, of course, because you're running a different scan, and the Schuessler cells are on a physical level, minerals that are influencing the physical body. But if you're running the chakra scan, even if, for example, liver comes up and the solar plexus is high, that doesn't mean that there's an influence from other chakra, because we have different colors. We did these scans before, so there's the other influences, so you can go deeper and deeper. But if that confuses you, start with one and use that one. Yeah. As I am not part of the group, can you share those slides to my email? No. So everyone, I am not going to reply to any of your emails because this is corporate Healy trainings. Healy sends a corporate email newsletter directly into your inbox. If you are a part of APAC community, you will receive a newsletter. So no private emails, please. And please stop sending me messages to send you emails, because I can't do that. It's privacy breach. Yeah, and I can't do that. So you need to either opt in to the APAC newsletter, yeah, in your back office. If you are in Facebook, I am offering my community for you to go and watch the trainings without a problem. You can access things in there. You can ask questions in there. And I will share the link at the end so you can join the group if you're on Facebook. Otherwise, the only option currently we have is a healing newsletter. And I will share the PDF that I've shared with you today in the healing newsletter. I will ask them to send it. Yeah, group, I'll send the link. Please add me to. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Can we also edit it? Okay, perfect. Now the last question before we go. Aditya, please, you can unmute yourself and ask. I'll just stop the
Thanks,
sharing.
Petra. Actually, I had like 6, 7 questions, and I know that
Ooh.
you are already the Schuessler salts might be getting depleted within you. So I didn't want you to be in that state. Anyway, so I will send you the questions in the group. But my main thing was to do with the functioning of the app. When I'm not vibrating it, I see present state, and desired state description. When I click on vibrate, I don't see that. Now I'm clicking on vibrate.
No. So you will not see, you will only see the desired state when you're going to click on vibrate. Why? Because the scan will give you the interpretation of what's going on in the body. When you click vibrate, the only frequency that will be vibrating into the field will be a positive harmonic frequency. So meaning if something is blocked and contracted, we want a harmonic frequency to come in to push that energy out and bring it back to balance. So that's why Healy, if you notice, that will happen with aura, that will happen with coaching, that will happen with every scan you're going to vibrate, is going to only share when it goes and rolls up and up, right? When it's vibrating, it's only going to share the desired state. Yeah, it's not going to share anything else because that's the frequency. Let's say this is the presentation of the frequency that is being sent out.
I think this must have answered a lot other people's questions too. I think we were getting confused with that. My second question is, there are certain salts. I'm a chemistry graduate. There are certain salts which in the real world, I mean, I'm not saying that Healy is not the real world, but in the, let's call it the real world, and for the sake of this thing, they are actually poisonous, like arsenite salts, and aurum trichloride sodium is actually a very corrosive substance. So, and these are Schuessler salts. So I'm confused.
Yes. So Schuessler salts, the list of them, you can actually go and research if you want to. They have been tested and they are actually used, and they are, from my knowledge, I'm not saying that this is all full knowledge. Yeah, if somebody else has more, please, I would love to learn. From my understanding, is these are inorganic substances that are actually going into the cells, and they are actually balanced into the body. So this is by Dr. Schuessler itself. So these are also prepared minerals that are then homeopathically turned around with specific frequencies, right? So in essence, we are not literally ingesting, even when you have tablets, we are actually not ingesting specifically the salts, we're actually ingesting the minerals and the frequency of it. Yeah, so it's like homeopathy, homeopathic remedies. Yeah, so that's my understanding, but please, if somebody else has something else, I would love to learn.
That brings me to the
sorry, Aditya. Yeah, sorry, Debbie.
I want to elaborate on that, because one of my daughters would constantly scan for arsenic, and I wondered why. And I did a bit of research, and we actually our body does require a certain amount in our system. And like we get it, especially in rice, so we can get an overabundance if we have too much, because it's just naturally occurring in the soil. But it was quite interesting. She has like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue like symptoms, and there was a when I looked up the symptoms associated with deficiencies, and that there was definitely a correlation with that. And I noticed in Science PubMed, they were actually using some of it as treatment to support those conditions. So whilst we straight away think arsenic is like it's still a mineral. It's the amount, I guess, and the form that we're utilizing.
Yeah, so Debbie and Petra, I was coming to that point. That was my third question. I was looking for literature because arsenic is also present in apples and in rice and in wheat, and it's also present in the soil. So yes, we do require millimolar quantities of that. And in homeopathy, what happens is they dilute it, and then actually at the last dilution, doesn't even have even 1 mole of the actual element or the mineral, but it still acts. So I was looking for some literature on this, and unfortunately, everything is translated from German into English, and a whole lot of thing is lost in the translation.
Yeah.
Can you point me, or can you refer anything which makes sense?
Currently, if I'm honest, currently Healy has, in preparation from what I know, I don't know when it's coming out, they are supposed to be releasing a video of a training. How that will go, I don't know, because these programs are actually made in Germany. So they are made by time waiver practitioners. So these practitioners have had, you know, extensive education on the frequencies and the minerals and everything that they're putting in. And they actually understand the body quite well. So yes, Healy is building a lot of things, but not a lot of it is yet there to actually do the research. So I've done my own research of the salts, and I've used my own intuition, and I've tested it on my body. This is who I am. I always test things on myself. I like to experiment. But by all means, this is not a perfect thing, right? There's things that I'm mistaking in there as well, and it's not
No,
correct.
you're
But
doing a perfect,
I will.
you're doing an awesome job. You're doing an awesome
But
job.
it will be corrected when we have more information, and that's how I see things, right? We grow by learning and changing and tweaking things along. So while we are experimenting on ourselves, just have in mind that frequency is the frequency of like the homeopathic remedies of the
Yes.
salts, not the elements themselves, right? So we can't overdose that. Well, you can overdose the frequency, but that just means that your body will be kind of, an energon bunny.
I had a long, nice argument with an orthopedic surgeon, and I won. I will talk about it later. But then I could prove to him that homeopathy is not the enemy. You need to start to learn more about it than to just hate it for what it is. Yeah.
I always believe that everybody that has a principle or belief of whatever that is, be it, positive, negative, in the middle, yeah, that's the right thing for them, because that's the frequency that they are living in. Yeah. So we are living on different frequency, everyone. And what's right for me right now might not be right for you, might not be right for Debbie, might not be right for someone else. So living and honestly honoring who we are, and also accepting and honoring who other people are, where they are, is something that our humanity, in my view, still is learning. So our view is only our view. There's so many views as there's people in the world, right? And if we are honest, my belief is that we are just looking at the different versions of ourselves, and we experience ourselves on different levels. And if we are accepting, everyone around us for who they are, because we are accepting ourselves for who we are, and we walk our path and work on ourselves, I think we would do much more good in the world than losing energy outside in the world. But thank you for all your questions. I think that's about it. You are more than welcome. I'm just glad that this is actually working for you. Please discuss. No, we can't discuss any medical questions. You can share your stories, but we do not discuss any medical questions in a way of what to do with certain labels or diseases or ailments, because this is not what we're here to do. So as I said, yes, we all had physical situations, but my question to you, if you have an issue, yeah, ask yourself, what is your body needing to come back to balance? Then ask yourself again and again and again until you actually get responses in your environment, in your body, and follow that, because your body always knows what's the right thing. Do some research, combine the tools, take responsibility for yourself. So if your body's out of balance, go to the roots, go to what's actually happening in the body that's not working. And if we're looking at the physical level, we'll do that next year. But I'll give you a hint, yeah? inflammation is something you could start with. Yeah, and inflammation starts with stress, sleep, mental and emotional health. So you have a foundation to start with any issue that you have. Yeah, and if you start there, you're going to start somewhere, and then you build on that. And anything, health, emotional health, mental health, whatever well-being, yeah, it's like a foundation. It's like a house. You're building a house. So you need to have a good foundation. Then you need to build the walls. Then you need to build a roof. Then you need to actually build stuff in there. And you need to put furniture in there. So there's the same principles apply to anything that is health, wellness, whatever it is, right? Why do we think that in life we can, just build a house, but our body, we need magical pills to actually just make it happen? It needs effort and energy. Yeah. So please try to start thinking of no labels, but what does this cause? What's the cause of this? How can I actually go deeper? What is my body needing? What is it depleted of? Yeah. So, and that also means your thoughts, your emotions, your patterns, your environment, your people around you, everything influences you. Yeah. And the state you are in. Okay. So if you're in speech therapy program, you can start researching. There's a lot of people that actually use Healy in speech therapy. Do some research online. That's not my field of expertise. Oh, beautiful, Onkar. You're a time waiver practitioner. I love that. I would love to talk to you, if I'm honest. If you have the knowledge, I would love to have that thing. And time waiver, yes, they are definitely worth it. I have my own time waiver practitioner, and I can say that it's actually really, really worth it to actually combine it with Healy. There was a micro physical Schuessler tablets are microparticles in the correct pairing for the body to use. Correct. Beautiful. The body's metabolism will use it as it needs. Yes, thank you. Right, perfect. If you, Aditya, if you just search Schuessler salts, you will find a lot of material online. Oh, we're all learning. We are all learning. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to share the link to the group so everybody can join if you want to the Facebook group, whoever is in here. And then we can finish for today. Groups, here we go. Just going to share this one. So this is chat. Here we go. This is the link for the group. Please copy it, link it, click it, so you can join. There's a few questions to answer, but the recordings you will find in the guide section, and there's a video how to get there at the top when you come into the group. But otherwise, if there's no more questions, I would love you and leave you, so we can honor my time and your time. But please, if there's any other questions that arise, you can always pop them into the comments of the posts for the trainings in my Facebook group. I always respond. Just tag me. And if I can support you, great. If you have any questions, you can pop them into the group as well. In the Facebook group where other people can actually answer as well. So it's not all on me, because sometimes, I'm limited on time as well. I kind of have have to go to the toilet in between as well, not just be on a phone all the time. But otherwise, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. I am truly, truly honored for you to come every night and be with me today. We've been quite too long. But thank you, Debbie, for joining me tonight. I really appreciate your vulnerability and being here with us and being open. Next week, we have an exciting topic. It's all about I Ching and Gene Keys, and I have a great, great, great person coming, a guest that has a lot of knowledge on this, and we're going to discuss all of that, and he's going to do the scan and all of that, so we can actually go in deeper. Yeah, but this is for tonight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and I'll be seeing you next Thursday. Have a great night. Bye-bye.